Betsy, you and I were talking about this earlier. To put this in perspective, we're not talking about major earthquakes here.
No, as a matter of fact, the USGS doesn't even typically plot a 2.0. You have to kind of dig a little deeper. And, you know, yesterday with the 2.8, you know, 350 plus people responded, hey, you know, we felt something.
Right.
Today, it wasn't even 5. Like, you know,
funny.
so 2.0 is pretty low key.
Yeah.
And truth be told, we don't have faults and stuff like that like they have out in California.
Someone in our morning meeting said we should go out there and get pictures of things that have fallen, and someone else said, I guarantee you nothing has fallen from this.
Most people didn't even feel it,
Right.
quite honestly. And if you want to think about it as kind of like pops and creaks and groans in your own body, that's basically what we have going on. There's just little weaknesses, and the ground adjusts, and we get a little pop every now and then. We have a lot of cold to start the day tomorrow, some sun, still cold for the afternoon with some lake snow firing up. That's the real big interesting thing for tomorrow, especially tomorrow night into Friday. But in the near term, look at these wind chills for tomorrow morning. You can see we're down in the single digits, even near 0 in some locations. So as you step out the door, it will take your breath away. Wind advisory continues through midnight. We're almost done, but that doesn't mean that the wind is going to magically dissipate. We have still wind gusts that are upwards of 35, 40 miles per hour at times, especially along the lakeshore and east. Meanwhile, we have, 15 to 25 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts over 30 from time to time elsewhere, and that is driving those wind chills down. Right now, the wind chill at Elyria is 1 below, same for Mansfield. Look at the air temperatures, 16 in Mansfield. Still hanging on to 27 in tropical Dover, 25 over toward the Youngstown area. We're going to dive into this National Designer hour-by-hour forecast because the lake effect snow setup is actually pretty interesting to take a look at. And I always tell you, lake effect snow is a wind-driven event. So I'm going to show you the same thing I showed you yesterday. We have the streamlines pointed on here, and that's very important because that's showing you the direction that the wind is flowing. You can see that the wind direction is west-southwest. That parallels the lake shore. So the lake bands are going to be out over the lake and headed up toward Buffalo. So sorry. And that will hold for a good chunk of the day tomorrow. Now, we still have cold temperatures. We still have very cold wind chills. It's going to be a day to bundle up. By afternoon, though, the prevailing wind turns a little bit more westerly. Why? Well, it's pointing toward an area of low pressure that's going to ride through the Virginias. That may spread some light snow up into our southern counties. So Holmes, Tuscarawas, Carroll counties, heads up for you. A little snow action tomorrow evening. Not expected to be a lot. But more importantly, once that moves out, our surface wind directions will begin to change. You can definitely see a lot more lake snow firing up tomorrow night, and watch what happens as that band settles south. That may set up Lake County specifically for some very heavy snow, but we could have a lot of heavy snow hanging around Friday morning for the commute too. And your wind chills down 0 and sub-0. All right, let's talk how much. All depends on where these lake effect snow bands set up, but right now we're looking at a pretty good swath of a few inches of snow at least coming down. It's all dependent upon how much time the snow band will linger. Some of the models are pumping out 10 inches of snow. So we're really going to have to focus on when that wind shift takes place. Whatever does fall, it's going to be fluffy because it's so cold. Union Home Mortgage forecast. There's our cold temperatures for the next couple days. We're back into the 40s, then falling on Sunday. Another round of cold air moves in. And there you can see it once we get toward the end of next week. That's pretty much typical for this time of the year. That's some good news for us, at least. Jimmy is going to be along next with sports.